Hey, what's up, studs? Ryan here, or MandRproductions, and fresh off of yesterday's news of some leaked LEGO Star Wars 2019 set pictures, we have more leaked LEGO Star Wars 2019 set pictures. So, if you're excited to get into this, go ahead and give the video a like. But today we have, I believe, 6 new sets to talk about. Some juniors, some microfighters, and some regular size sets. So, we have quite a bit to get through. Now, I'll quickly go over what we went through yesterday, just in about 30 seconds here. The 4 sets that we had yesterday were the Juniors X-Wing, which looks really rough. We had the Praetorian Guard Battle Pack, which I think a lot of people are going to like. We also had the Inferno Squad Battle Pack, which is going to be great for the Star Wars Battlefront 2 fans. And then we officially have like a Build Your Own Adventure LEGO Star Wars book that appears like it's going to have a Bespin Cloud Car. So those are the 4 sets that we saw yesterday and we talked about. I'll link that video below if you want to check out a further in-depth analysis of the pictures, what I was talking about. But anyway, we do have 6 new ones today, some of which, when I made my rumor videos a couple months back, people told me I was crazy and that I was just making stuff up. Well, it turns out I don't just make it up. I get it from a source. Anyway, I do want to mention, because I didn't mention it in the last video, the box art appears like it's going to be, at least the header of the box art appears like it's going to be the similar or exactly the same to what we saw in Darth Vader's castle, which is nice. It definitely is going to have that white outline, but a lot of the prelim box arts aren't finished off. It's basically just the header, and then you have just a gray box with the set kind of in the middle. I don't know the best way to describe that, but if you look up the pictures and you find them on the internet, you'll know what I'm talking about by it's not finished off. Like, there's no box art. Like, there's no art on the box. Get it? Yeah, I just explained the same thing twice, saying it in different ways. But it's very atypical because a lot of times when we get prelims from LEGO, they're mostly finished sets in mostly finished box art, save for sometimes the figures are placeholders, or maybe even the set itself is a placeholder. But this year, it's very different. LEGO's trying to really keep these sets under wraps, and they've done a good job up until now. So let's go ahead and we'll get started with the smallest set here. It's the Naboo Starfighter Microfighter. This set we can assume is going to cost $10. Looks like it has an R2-D2 head, and you're going to get a young Anakin Skywalker minifigure. It's very hard to tell because the picture is really small and really blurry if you want to blow it up, but it looks like it's possible that there are either flick-fire missiles or stud shooters on top of the Microfighter, and it looks like a pretty chubby Naboo Starfighter design, what you would basically expect from a Naboo Starfighter Microfighter. I'll try to find a mock that someone has made that's representative of the model that we see here, but the young Anakin minifigure makes sense. It's just a very simple model. Nothing to really write home about there. The next Microfighter set, now the weird thing about this is in the catalog, it's titled as Death Star Escape, and there has been rumored to be a Death Star Escape set, but there are leaked figures for what is supposed to be in that Death Star Escape set, so I'm very confused here. But there have also been rumors, if you guys remember a couple months back, one of my rumor videos, I mentioned that one of the Microfighter sets would be a Dewback with a droid escape pod, and that's what this is a picture of. It's a Dewback with a droid escape pod. It looks like this Microfighter set will be the first set ever to have 3 minifigures. It appears, and it's very hard to tell, that there's a Stormtrooper, a C-3PO, and an R2-D2 minifigure, which is awesome to see. The Dewback is brick built, so it's not going to be the custom singular mold that we've had in the past from LEGO. It's actually a brick built Dewback. Don't know if I'm a huge fan of this, but I knew they had to do it for a Microfighter. Like, they weren't just going to throw in the actual like full molded thing. So not surprised, but I just don't know how I feel about it until I see a better picture of it. And the Microfighter escape pod looks like it's only going to be able to fit one of the 2 figures at a time, so don't expect to be able to fit both C-3PO and R2-D2 in there. It looks like it's only big enough to fit one, but overall it looks like it's going to be a really neat Microfighter set. It's definitely going to be probably the most unique Microfighter set, just seeing as neither of these 2 vehicles or ships or animals or whatever you want to call them are particularly suited for this type of set, like you would have with an A-Wing and a TIE Fighter, or an AT-AT and the Crate Speeder. These 2 things just aren't like things that have weapons on them, so I find that to be interesting. But the title on this is Death Star Escape. It's not actually called like Dewback versus Droid Escape Pod, and it's not like the Droid Escape Pod escaped from a Death Star. The Droid Escape Pod came from a Star Destroyer, so that's even more confusing, but I'm still pretty confident that we're getting a Death Star Escape set in the Juniors line, and that this is going to be the Dewback and Droid Escape Pod set. So time will tell with that one, but that is that set. It is set 75228, just for future reference. The next set is 75237, and it is just titled the TIE Fighter, and I guess I should say this because I didn't say it in my video yesterday, but it appears that the Junior sets will be based off original trilogy and not Star Wars Resistance, like I had speculated or kind of spread what I thought was a rumor in my last rumor video, or one of my more recent rumor videos. So they appear like they're going to be original trilogy. This is definitely an original trilogy TIE Fighter, and it appears like in the blurry picture that we're getting a Rebel Trooper, the new Rebel Trooper. If you guys have seen that leaked figure floating around on the internet, there's going to be a newly designed Rebel Trooper in 2019, as well as a TIE Fighter pilot with that set. The TIE Fighter itself actually doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look as horrible as the X-Wing, that's for dang sure, but it is a very simple model. The markings on the sides are only on like the top of the wing and in the middle of the wing. There's no like diagonal markings on the wings or anything, so it's a very simple model. And then for the Rebel Trooper, there's just a very small outpost. I don't really know how to describe it, but there's just something very small for the Rebel Trooper to kind of hang out at. And there is one more junior set. I believe the price on this one is supposed to be $15, and it's basically a slightly bigger than Microfighter scale A-Wing, along with what appears to be a small part of Yavin. That's just what the general theme of that little extra bit, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like what they included in some of the Microfighters in the last year, where you just have this little very small like accessory area on like a 4x6 type size plate. It's an area for the maintenance guy that is included in this set. So the two minifigures, so you're going to get an A-Wing pilot and a maintenance guy. So he's have a little area there that looks like it's on Yavin just because it's in tan, and then it has like a little leaf coming off of it. The A-Wing itself looks really good. It's probably going to be the best of the junior sets in my opinion, save for perhaps the Death Star Escape set, which we still don't have a picture of. But as far as between the X-Wing, the TIE Fighter, and the A-Wing, I think the A-Wing has the best looking design, at least in these preliminary images. And that set again is going to be $15, and it's set number 75247. There's just 2 sets left, and these are the larger sets that we have in the wave, or at least that we know of are in the wave. The first one being the AT-AP Walker. This one I'm not too fond of. I wasn't too excited when I heard that they were remaking this a third time. It already came out in 2008, came out in 2014, and here again in 2018. Just seems a little soon, and it doesn't... Just not a big fan of this set coming around a third time. I guess it must have been popular enough last time for LEGO to be like, alright, we can make this again. But with that being said, we get a couple of battle droids, and we've had the leaked battle droids that have like a green torso or green face or something. Like, they're pretty crazy looking battle droids. They're different than anything we've really had in the past, so that's something to look forward to with this set. We get a Kashyyyk Trooper, a Commander Gree, and then a Wookiee there as well. So those are the 5 figures in this set. I believe it's rumored to cost $60, and I'll go through the piece counts of all the sets at the end of the video. I suppose I should have done that as I went through, but I don't have my list in front of me right now, so I'll get the piece counts for you here at the end of the video. And the AT-AP in the prelim image looks exactly like the 2014 image, but don't worry, there's no way they're going to re-release the exact same design. They did this in 2014 with the AT-AT. They actually used the 2010 AT-AT in the preliminary image, and everyone was like, oh my god, I can't believe they're just copy-pasting the AT-AT. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to change the design, but just for the prelim, they have the older version there just to kind of show the retailers what it's going to be, or what it's very nearly going to be. So it's going to be a very similar size to that, because it's a very similar price as well. So we can look forward to that one coming out in January as well for $60. And the AT-AP's number is 75234. The final set we have here is the Droid Gunship, set 75233. I believe the rumored price for this one is $50. This one actually has some finished box art, which actually looks really good. Looks like you get a couple of battle droids in that one. You get another Wookiee. I can't tell if that's like Tarpos or something, but it's definitely a different Wookiee than what I believe is going to appear in the AT-AP. And then your 4th figure is going to be Yoda. So this is a pretty bulky looking Droid Gunship. I actually quite like the design of it. It's got quite a few missiles hanging out from underneath it, and they've got like red tips there, so they're very menacing looking on there. And I'll definitely be picking this one up. I just don't know what else to say about it. It's just got that saucer design that we've seen in all the other Droid Gunships. No surprises there. So those are all of the LEGO Star Wars 2019 sets that we've had leaked so far. Let me grab my list and we'll go through the piece count real quick. Okay, so from yesterday, we had the Praetorian Guard Battle Pack, $15, 109 pieces. We had the Inferno Squad Battle Pack, $15, 118 pieces. The Juniors X-Wing, which I actually don't have the information for, so that one's just kind of a blank slate there. As far as sets from today, we had the Microfighter Naboo Starfighter, and that one's just going to be $10. I don't have the piece count on that one. We also had the 75228 Death Star Escape, which is the Dewback set there, 177 pieces for $20. The Droid Gunship is going to be $50 for 389 pieces. The AT-AP is going to be $60 for 689 pieces. The Juniors TIE Fighter is going to be $20 for just 77 pieces, which is pretty insane. And the Juniors A-Wing is going to be $15 for 62 pieces, which is also pretty insane price per piece. So you can see some of the price per pieces on the Junior sets are quite astronomical, but overall not terrible with a lot of the other sets. There are still a few sets that have not been revealed yet. We're still waiting on hopefully a picture of whatever the other Microfighter is going to be. I assume it will be a counter Microfighter to the Naboo Starfighter, so probably something from the droid side. Time will tell on that one. We're also missing some sets that I think are coming out, like the Junior's Death Star Escape, as well as a set called Great Vehicle Escape, which I believe is going to be the Escape from Canto Bight set. So we'll see what comes out in the next few days, weeks, or months as far as LEGO Star Wars news and rumors. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you have anything to say about these 2019 sets, leave them in the comment section below. If you guys are looking for pictures of these sets, I cannot and will not link them. I can't show them in the video. I didn't show them in the video. So if you want to find them, you can look around on the internet. I'm sure people in the comment section will help you out, but I will not help you out. So I'm sorry about that. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.